Alright kids, I'm doing something a little different. Since it's so late in the evening, I will be giving you guys a video of my drive, actually. So you get to see the road this time because you cannot see me. And I don't know how long this is going to be, and I only have a 15-minute limit on Spreaker, so I'm not going to give you, one of them quick little diddly-doos. I'm going to give you this. I don't know what I'm here for, aside from I did want to address, I do remember why I'm here. I did want to address, Jesus, help me today, address Wendy, Wendell, Bartholomew, Orenthal, Rufus Williams. If y'all know where I got that from, you must not watch the Queen's Court, because it is everything. But Wendy, Wendell, Orenthal, Bartholomew, Rufus Williams just took it upon himself to come for Calendria Trinae. And there are just a few things we are not going to do. And coming for Calendria Trinae Roland is just simply one of the things that we're not going to do. We ain't going to do that. So I would just like to drag Wendy, Wendell, Orenthal, Bartholomew, Rufus Williams on this day. Who do you think you are? Now, if you're watching this and you have no idea what I'm talking about, Wendy, Wendell, Orenthal, Bartholomew, Rufus Williams got on the television the other day and decided to discuss Beyonce. Beyonce will be doing Coachella this year. She had to cancel this coming year, 2018. She had to cancel 2017 because Rumi and Sir said it will not happen. We will not stand for this. So the girls, why? The girls, sorry, somebody's riding up on my behind. The girls, had to wait for Beyonce. So Beyonce will be coming to us this April, I believe, is Coachella. And the discussion has been, and I've been saying it for a while, we think that Destiny's Child will be getting back together. We know that Beyonce, I know, just because of my feelings, and I am able to detect these things, Beyonce has gotten back with her old thing, LaToya. I feel like when Beyonce and Jay-Z were going through their difficult time, she turned to the arms of the one who, come on, Escape, she turned to LaToya. Not LaToya, Jesus, LaTavia. LaToya ain't sleep with Beyonce. LaTavia did. Now, this is speculation. This is alleged, and this is just all stuff that I've come up with in my mind. So what we're not going to do is act like this is fact when it may not be. But I strongly believe that Beyonce and LaTavia, not LaToya, had, a thing, hey, going on. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Both know that it's wrong. Anyway, yeah, so I feel like Beyonce turned to the arms of the one who loved her, who's LaTavia. And I feel like that's a lot of LaTavia's problem, is that she felt dissed by her ex-boo thing, Beyonce. Since I'm here, let me just go ahead and get to this point, and then I've been asked to talk about my theories, and I have a lot of them. So while I'm here, let me go ahead and finish this up. Wendy, Wendell, Bartholomew, Orenthal, Rufus Williams was on his show, and for some reason he felt the need to drag the girls, saying things like, I feel like Beyonce is throwing them a bone, and Kelly is nothing but a socialite, and blah blah blah. A lot of the things that a lot of people who for some reason call themselves Beyonce stans, a lot of the girls call themselves Beyonce stans, but then don't stand for the rest of Destiny's Child, and that does not make sense to me. As someone who loves Beyonce, you should love Beyonce, and you should love who Beyonce loves. And now Farrah's optional. We don't have to love Farrah, but we will love LaToya, we will love LaTavia, we will love Calendria, and we will love Michelle. Even if it hurts. If it hurts you to love Michelle, that's a personal issue. But we will do that. We will. Where am I going? Where am I taking this way? I'm taking the way to work to go to meet my grandmama for dinner, and that's just not the direction I need to be going. I should take the freeway. But anyway, girls, so Wendy, Wendell, Orenthal, Bartholomew, Rufus Williams got on and was giving, you're just a socialite and da-da-da-da-da. But Wendy, what do you do? What do you do? Kelly is far more accomplished than Wendy. It just simply does not make sense. Wendy literally gets paid. Wendy does what I do on TV. She talks about people just because, and she tells the girls how she feels about certain things, and then she asks the audience to clap if they agree with her. That's all she does. Yes, she did it on the radio for a long, long time. Now she's doing it on TV, but she's not doing anything, spicy. She's not doing anything that the girls would live for. Wendy don't do nothing. Wendy does exactly as I do. So for her to come for Calendria, who, first gave us Like This, which she told us that she was gonna bump like that. She did. She mentioned it to us, and then she did. For Wendy to come for Dilemma, no matter what I do, for Wendy to feel like she had, the gall, the audacity, and the means to speak on motivation. Go, lover. Like, the nerve. The true nerve of Wendy to feel that way. Honestly, the nerve. When you don't do nothing. Kelly has Grammys. Wendy, do you have any sort of an accolade and award? If Wendy has an award, I am surprised. Surprised. Girl, if you don't get across the street so I can get across the street, nobody asked you to go the slow. But yes. Yeah, so for her to come for Kelly like that when Kelly is far more accomplished and far more awarded than Wendy did not make sense. Now, I'm going to move on from that, and I'm going to get into these theories. I've had a lot of the girls ask me, what do you be talking about when you talking about, Beyonce and LaTavia went together? Listen, if you Google old Destiny's Child photographs, like before they were even famous, right up until, the point where they were famous, just old Destiny's Child photographs. You can really, if you have the discernment, everybody does not have the discernment, but I do have the discernment. If you have the discernment, you can look at those photographs and see Beyonce's lesbianism in those photographs. Now, Beyonce doesn't really try to hide her gayness. She doesn't. Y'all just don't catch it. y'all just be sitting there like, oh, she go with Jay-Z, so that's it. No. Okay, girl, turn so I can get on. Beyonce does not necessarily try to hide her homosexuality, but she does not talk about it. And it's not even I believe Beyonce is bisexual. But if you look at those old photographs, and now mind you, I am just simply talking out the side of my neck. But go back, look at them photographs, and you'll see a little je ne sais quoi. You'll see a little something. Like you'll see it. As far as Mariah Carey don't even come across as a straight woman to me. She just simply does not. There's very, very, very little about Mariah that comes across as a heterosexual woman. Now, I know that she does all the glitter and the champagne and the, I'm so classy. All of that she does, and it just is really femme. But femme is not indicative of heterosexual. It's just simply not. And Mariah comes across as the biggest lesbo, the biggest one. Now, daughter, you speeding like that, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. I hope you get there. But yeah, Mariah, I really, truly, if you go back and look at her old footage and old photographs with the brat, it looks like, and we are not going to sit here and pretend like the brat is straight. We're not going to do, my mama tried to do that the other day, and I said, we're not going to do that. And as for me in my house, we will acknowledge the brat and what she's got going on over there. We know the brat is my biological father, and that's just fact. It's faction. It's fake facts, but it's facts nonetheless. So if you look at old footage of Mariah, it's just that old MTV when she took over. She took over like MTV's what do you call it? What you call it thing? MTV's like New Year's Eve something. She took over something like that, and she had the brat with her the whole night, and they were on a date. They were just simply on a date. You just go back and do your research, and you will see what I be talking about, because I see it. Like the grandmama on Women of Brewster Place. They left their blinds open, and Mariah got out the bathtub, and she was, dripping wet, naked as you please. You called that woman over to bring you a cool towel. I need to stop. Somebody needs to stop me. I'm going through a manic phase, so I'm just giving you a lot right now. But the point is, I be talking about these girls, and I see it, and I know I've convinced a lot of other people to see it, and I just want to know, do you see it too? As far as Jesus, we're moving on from the brat. Back to Mariah. As far as Mariah Carey and Whitney, we know that Whitney went with Robin forever and ever and ever. Amen. We know this. We know that Whitney went with her best friend. That was her girlfriend. It was. We know that. But there was a time when Whitney was not going with Robin and she was going with Mariah. I feel it. I feel it down deep in my soul. The time when they were at the VMAs and they wore the same dress and they did, When You Believe, whatever the song was, child. Around that, they was going together. They just simply were. They've been spotted. Whitney had on a pantsuit at an award, and Mariah had on her little dress, and they was holding hands and they was walking through. They was going together. That was a date night. It just simply was. What else? Because the like, what do you be talking about? What are you saying? I'm trying to school y'all, and somebody has asked me to do a video on this, and I'm here. Who else am I always speaking on? I've done the Brad, I've done Mariah, I've done Whitney, I've done B-Side, I've done Latavia. It's somebody else that I'm always like, girl, do you see it? Do you see it? I can't think of them right now, but when I do, I'll call y'all back. Anyway, girl, that's pretty much all I have. I just wanted to let y'all with my theories. And oh, girl, how could I? When I say theory, it just popped right on that. How could I have forgotten the truest theory that there is? Whitney and Brandy. I truly feel like Whitney and Brandy had a thing. Once she became of age, obviously, had a thing. Hey, going on. Doo-doo. Yeah, I really feel like Whitney and Brandy has something going on, which is why Brandy is so out of her mind at this present time. Now, I don't know that Whitney and Monica had anything going on, because I don't feel like Monica is LBGTQRSXYZLMNOP, whatever you girls are calling yourself this season. I don't feel like Monica is bisexual or lesbian or anything like that. But I feel like Brandy may have caught that tea. It may be something that I missed, or it may just be that Brandy made something up because she was just extra super jealous. But I do believe The Boy Is Mine was about Whitney. I do. I feel that way. I feel like The Boy Is Mine and the subsequent feuds, the 20 years of feuding that they've been doing, was about Whitney. And confirmation came to me just yesterday or the day before. Monica posted a picture of herself in a shirt with Whitney's face on it. And I turned to Facebook and I posted the picture, and I said, my caption on the picture was, Brandy is turning over in Whitney's grave. And then I said, wait a minute. What if The Boy Is Mine was really about Whitney? It's possible. It's so possible that Monica revered Whitney as her godmother. Brandy revered Whitney as her girlfriend. And then, it turned into some sort of a feud. Brandy's is fueled differently than Monica's is, but I feel like it's the same general, this is how we do it. I feel like it's just the same. I feel like Brandy is fighting for Whitney as far as like an intimate romantic relationship, whereas Monica ain't even really fighting for Whitney. She just taunting Brandy. Like, she knows her place in Whitney's life. She knows that she was cemented in. We've seen the footage of Monica at the Whitney concert, and Whitney calls her up to the stage and has her sing, and she does her little shoo meh, and all that Whitney had Monica doing. I feel like they had a very professional, very loving, professional godmothership. I do feel that way, but I feel like it was a little bit different with Brandy. Now, moving on, I've said several times, and I've told my mama several times, and I think this is my last point on this evening. I've said and I've told several times, I believe truly that the only person on the I Want to Be Down remix, which is my favorite hip-hop song ever in life ever, the only person that is straight on that song, I believe, is Yo-Yo, and I'm going to continue to say that until Yo-Yo proves otherwise. But Brandy gives me, light lesbo tease. I feel like Whitney was going with Brandy when she died, and Ray J was just a cover-up on Sissy's behalf. Because, Sissy wasn't having that. And song, Wood probably wasn't either. So I feel like Ray J was the cover-up, but Brandy was really the one going with Whitney. I also feel that Queen Latifah is also a lesbian. Now, hear me out, because I know this is a reach. I know this is hard for you to believe. But I do feel like Queen Latifah, and if you didn't catch that, that's sarcasm. I do feel like Queen Latifah is a lesbian. She's not confirmed it for us, but she did at the Grammys officiate all those gay weddings. And I feel like right after she probably got married to her girlfriend, and we saw her kissing on the beach that time. As far as MC Lyte, my mother is convinced that MC Lyte is heterosexual, and she is in love with that man she met on Match.com, and I believe they have gotten married. I believe otherwise. Now, MC is my favorite MC at this present time. Baby, I'm gonna need to get over, so yeah, hold your horses. MC is my favorite at this present time. Honestly, I've just been really heavy into MC Lyte for a couple years now. But that does not stop me from telling how I feel. And how I feel is simply that MC Lyte is not a heterosexual woman. Now, she tried to fool me. In the early 2000s, she started, wearing, lip liner and rouge. And she almost fooled me because I was young. I believe the first time I saw, I know the first time I saw MC Light, my mother introduced me to her on Half and Half, the show with Rachel True and S.S. Atkins and Valerie Pettiford. And, oh, dang, I always forget her name. The girl who played Rachel True's mama. I cannot remember her name right now, and I'm not going to spend too much time on it. But she played Mona's boss on that show. And my mama said, oh my God, that's MC Light. She's really done her looks, her due diligence. She has really come up to her own standard. And I said, well, she's gorgeous. What was she looking like before? Now, this was before the girls were able to, readily access Google. So it took me a little while before I could see what MC was giving before. But I did see, and MC did come up a lot. She did. And which is why I was sort of fooled, because I was about 5 years old and I'm looking at this young lady and I'm saying, well, now I feel the spirit of homosexuality on her. But what I don't see is it being played out through her looks and demeanor until I got the internet. And once I got the internet, I was able to get on and YouTube got popular and I could see all the things that she was rapping and doing before. I was able to detect it. And MC Light ain't straight. She's just not straight. And I'm sorry if that's hurting anybody's feelings, breaking anybody's heart, but she's not. The only person on the I Want to Be Down remix that I believe is straight is Yo-Yo. I feel like Yo-Yo was just a typical Compton chick. And I feel like, she is straight. Like, that's how Compton girls acted in the day. They were rough and, she was on the It's a Man's World, and she had to rap hard. Like, a lot of girls had to rap hard. I don't think Salt and Pepper, well, I think Pepper, but I don't think Salt is gay. I think she had to rap hard in the day, and there's a difference. My mom was like, oh no, they had to rap like that in the day, and yada yada. And I'm just like, no ma'am, no. That's not it. I don't think that's what it is. I think they just hard. I do. But anyway, girl, I've been talking for a long time about this. I just needed something to pass the time on this drive. My grandmama's gonna treat me to dinner. So I just needed to pass the time. Oh, here she is calling now. So I'll check y'all later. Peace.